This is the one nerd power.
The trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine just came out. The return of Hugh Jackman to the role of Wolverine is nothing short of monumental. However, there are some red flags in this production. I will give my opinion about what it means for Marvel and the MCU as a whole. I believe that this film may be the last chance the cinematic universe has.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment and let me know what you think.
Marvel's unprecedented dominance of theaters and the box office over the span of an entire decade was a cultural phenomenon unlike anything witnessed before in cinema history. And honestly, it will never happen again. Imagine if, 5 years ago, someone told you that after the Infinity Saga ended in Avengers Endgame, the MCU would look so bad that it would remind you of notorious cinematic failures like the Super Mario Bros. Live-action adaptation, or Dragon Ball Evolution. The MCU used to be an unstoppable force, with each installment building upon the success of its predecessors. Even Captain Marvel, which is a mediocre film, benefited from the anticipation surrounding the broader cinematic universe and made over $1 billion at the box office. But after a series of bad films and TV shows, Marvel eroded fans' interest in the cinematic universe. The Marvel stands out as one of the biggest flops of all time. The announcement of the third Deadpool installment, along with the return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, sparked renewed excitement for the MCU. However, this excitement stems primarily from the success and popularity of previous films featuring these characters, which were not produced by Disney. The MCU is relying on external properties to bolster its appeal. Excuse my skepticism about Disney's ability to do these characters justice, given their track record of mishandling characters like Thor and Hulk in recent iterations. In the post-Endgame era, the only good films released by Marvel were, in my opinion, Spider-Man No Way Home and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. No Way Home performed really well in the box office and made $1.9 billion. But more importantly, the premise of Deadpool and Wolverine is a lot like Spider-Man No Way Home. Both have protagonists from different universes. Against all odds, the audience went back to the theaters to see No Way Home. Deadpool and Wolverine has the potential to do the same. Deadpool 3 is the only spark of attention Marvel received in a while. And why was No Way Home so good, unlike the rest of the garbage? It seems Disney decided to prioritize quality storytelling. Maybe Disney had some bills to pay after Shang-Chi and Eternals. Maybe their deal with Sony limited how much creative input Disney had. Whatever the reason was, I can only hope Deadpool and Wolverine will be the same. The first film in which Deadpool appeared was X-Men Origin Wolverine, released in 2009. Despite Deadpool being well known for his sharp tongue, he had his mouth sealed in his first cinematic appearance. The reason for this, and many other problems with that movie, is that the writers went on a strike between 2007 and 2008. So the film was left with an unfinished script. Similarly, the writer's strike in 2023 during the filming of Deadpool and Wolverine raised red flags about the potential consequences for the film's quality. Reports of actor Ryan Reynolds being unable to improvise on set suggest a lack of creative freedom and spontaneity, which are essential elements in capturing Deadpool's trademark wit and humor. Reynolds' lines were recorded in post-production after the strike ended, rather than allowing him to deliver them organically on set. The extent to which the writer's strike will affect the final product of Deadpool and Wolverine remains to be seen. While it is possible that the filmmakers were able to overcome these challenges and deliver a compelling film, there is also a risk that the disruptions to the creative process may have a negative impact on the finished product. My biggest fear about Deadpool and Wolverine is that it follows a pattern of many bad superhero movies released lately. In recent years, there has been a trend in Hollywood to rely on gimmicks, flash cameos, post-credit scenes, the multiverse. Due to the lack of talented screenwriters capable of crafting engaging plots and well-rounded characters, filmmakers resort to superficial elements in a desperate attempt to lure audiences back to the theaters. These gimmicks serve as shallow distractions rather than meaningful contributions to the cinematic experience. While such tactics may initially generate buzz, they ultimately fail to resonate with audiences craving substantive storytelling. A prime example of this phenomenon is Nick Fury hopping from one film to another in the early days of the MCU. While this interconnectivity was initially thrilling for fans, it was only impactful because it was anchored by strong, cohesive storytelling. In contrast, movies like The Flash exemplify how gimmicks fall flat when shoehorned into a cinematic universe plagued by mediocre movies. My concern surrounding Deadpool and Wolverine is rooted in the fear that, despite the potential, the emphasis on cameos and other superficial elements raises doubts about the film's storytelling integrity, and it may prioritize fan service instead. Now I would like to hear your opinion. Thank you for watching and see you next time.